You have in your handout the full-size versions of these micro slides that you see up here. So if you'll flip to the one that has the logo Torsion Mobile on it. So in the Midwest, now this does not apply to the coast, but in the Midwest, the hardest thing in the world to find is a bunch of investors because they're not grouped together, right? There isn't the density of investment people sitting in one town called Boston or New York City or Silicon Valley or San Francisco or LA. Okay, there's lots of investors there and it's really easy to find the groups. You get out here and there's small groups. You get a couple of people in the room here that are angel investors, and until we had Plains Angels, they were off on their own. So you're going to find that you're going to be doing a lot of emailing and calling. And so this document is literally a one-page business plan. If you're going to be raising money, and I personally think it's a great exercise anyway, because people always have this debate about how big a business plan should I have. If you can't define the entire business in one page succinctly, I will question that you have a plan that's viable and executable. It doesn't mean with all the details here, but it means that you can describe it on a page. I get things like this from people that are looking for money all the time. Here's why I like these. One, or I'll pick on Randy a minute over there. Randy or I can read this in 5 minutes. We have a succinct view of what they're trying to do, and at the end of that we can go, no, doesn't interest me, or yeah, it does. And more importantly, Randy might say, well, not my deal, but I know a guy that really likes to do this kind of stuff. He knows the marketing world. I'll flip it to him. So the big warning on this is make sure your attorney reads this before you send it out, because there's these SEC rules about raising capital that you do not want to break. They are onerous and they're real and people get busted for it. So do not break the rules. But to have a document like this that can be forwarded on, and yes, your competition may get it, get over it. Your competition is going to find out about you someday. You got to get over that, right? But this document is basically a one-page plan that for, again, the Midwest style investor where they're spread out and they're not the giant angel groups and so on. It's a way to get the word out about your offering without sending out offering documents and pitch decks and all this other stuff. Because again, you want a meeting. So the whole idea is that an investor would see this and go, hey, I'd like to talk to them. And the phone number's right here, and I can call them up, or the email's right here, I can call them up and talk to them. If you want this, it's just done as a Word document. It's a, anybody's ever done Word tables, it's real, or multi-column, not table, multi-column, they're very simple. If you want the Word version of this, let me know after the fact, I'll get you one. We'll probably post a little bit edited version of this on our website for this event. So, and I wanted you to know that also, the PowerPoint as a PDF document will be out there. All the handouts will be out there as PDFs, and the ones that make sense to be in Excel or Word, will provide those in Excel or Word. But they'll all be out on the Square One DSM website. Just go to events, Raising Capital Seminar. In fact, I think all the last time stuff is out there right now from like a year ago. So the first page is literally this business summary, customer problem. It's kind of that 10-slide deck we just went through, a 12-slide. The second slide is optional. I will just tell you that if you don't have a strong team, this slide is kind of optional. But if you do have a strong team, it tells a heck of a story about who the team is. So again, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but the idea is when you're at a low-density area of investors, this is a way for investors to spread around amongst each other and for you to send out something that's consumable in a short amount of time that describes your business. So, with that, since we've already done our break, I'm going to bring Sharice back up.
I'm back up.
You're back up, Sharice.
Okay.
And while she's coming back up, any questions on the one-pager? Pretty simple. Yeah.
Would you include, if there's space, any kind of visuals on that?
Any what?
Visuals, like screenshots?
Nope. Remember, you don't want to answer all their questions. You want them to have a lot of questions and call you. Yeah.
My question was about investors. You said they're kind of few and far between, but now you have this group of you guys. Who else is around that's not in that group?
We have slides coming up.
Okay.
We have slides coming up. We're going to talk exactly about finding investors.